This Transformers 96 here with another video talking about some newly shown items at San Diego Comic-Con 2018, and this time we're going to be discussing the Laika products, mainly Coraline. There's been a massive just push of Coraline merchandise, which I couldn't be any happier with. Just personally, I'm a massive fan of Laika. I think it's a fantastic production company that makes just wonderful stories, and Coraline is one of my favorites of the stories that they've made or told. So I'm very excited to see more merchandise from them. I'm going to be talking about both the Pops as well as all the Neca items shown. So I'll end with the Pops because I'm a little more interested in them to some degree, or at least there's more to talk about with those. But here there's just some random stuff. I mean, there's the prop replica doll, which was released a long time ago. That I believe they kind of like redid it and are gonna release it again. There's the head knockers, which are like little bobbleheads, which look cute, but nothing that I'm like too interested in. But we have Coraline and the other mother. Of course, closer image of that doll. Then it does look like we're going to get another one of the posable dolls, which is kind of has a bendy skeleton to it, and it's her in her just her striped shirt with the pants. This was one of the figures that was released quite a while ago. They're basically just redoing it again, so it's just that where they're kind of just re-releasing a figure. This figure is available now. The raincoat one, I do have it. It's a very nice figure, but again, it has the bendy body, which I'm not the biggest fan of, unless this is to represent the new body that they're working on, but I'll show that in a second. But as you can see, there's going to be some small PVC type of figures as well that you can probably buy like a pack of 3 or so, and the two that they have on display right now are the other mother and YB, so it'll be cool if you can get quite a few of the characters that way. Yeah, now this is the most interesting thing. Now, I really hope that this actually is released, but this is what it's, claiming, is that it's a Coraline Articulated figure. So basically, I guess how it's going to work is you'd probably buy like a starter pack or something, which would include the skeleton body, obviously with like a, I don't think it would be full out skeleton because of course the neck you can still see, so it'll probably have some of a skin like texture on top of it in some areas, but it would be a skeleton body which can like fully articulate, and then you'll probably get a set of expressions, and then like one set of clothes, and then maybe you're going to be able to buy like extra packs which will come with an extra expression, an extra set of clothes or something like that, and this is just fantastic. This is exactly what I want. I want, like, because obviously if you don't know, Laika is a company that makes stop motion movies, and of course they're the items that they make the stop motion movies with are essentially figures, and they have a skeleton body just like that, that does have like a rubberized kind of piece over on top of it, that they move, of course, slightly and take a picture, and that's how they make the film. And then the facial expressions, they're not like, I mean, stop motion is very different from claymation, so the stop motion, with claymation, you'll actually just kind of like adjust the face itself, but with stop motion here, they actually have like little face plates, and they just swap them out, and they have thousands, so that they can get every micro expression down, which I think is very fun, and that allows you to really do some cool things. And of course, with this kind of set, it's basically like you could put together your own little Coraline movie, which I think is really cool. So I love the idea of having a skeleton body, multiple expressions, and then a set of different clothes to really change her out. I would go nuts with this. I don't know if it's gonna, again, I don't know if it's gonna be released with like a starter pack with some extra things that you can buy onto it, or if it's just gonna be one massive just pack that you can buy that includes, like the figure, the body essentially, the head with multiple expressions and then multiple clothes, and it's just kind of like a big kind of expensive pack. I'm not sure, but no matter what, I am all for it, and I really hope that it actually gets made because I would really love that. That's personally exactly what I want from Laika, and from Neca. So this could be incredibly exciting. I'm really hoping that it turns out well, and I hope that they actually do produce it, and I hope that they don't stop with Coraline. I would absolutely love a Kubo as well as Norman figure. The Box Trolls eggs or whatever, I'm not too into Box Trolls. Box Trolls is a fine movie, but it's nothing too special. The other three are the really fantastic ones, so I would love a full set of this. I would love if they went and did some of the side characters too, the other mother, Monkey, there's just so many they can do, so I would personally be all over this, and I am very excited to see this actually being made. And then they are doing like some plushie figures. They've got as you can see, they've got Kubo, the zombie from Paranorman, the doll version of Coraline, and then they have some others that they just have taken a photo of: Monkey, the other mother, and the eggs from Box Trolls, as well as Norman, and then one of the Box Trolls themselves. So overall, it's very cool. I'm very excited that they are like really hardcore going into Laika. I think that's, I don't know if it's, well, I don't know if it's a great business decision. I don't know how many people are going to really be into it, but me personally, I'm a huge Laika fan, so I am super excited for it. And then talking about the pops that were shown, it was rumored that Funko was going to be making pops for Coraline, and it's also rumored that they're going to make pops for Kubo. So now seeing that the Coraline ones are accurate, I would imagine the Kubo ones are on their way, which is very exciting. This is a lot more Coraline figures than I was expecting. I was expecting maybe like 2 Coraline figures, but they're doing like a full wave, which is super cool. So just to talk about them, first of all, we have the Coraline Doll at the front there. This is the one that I'm not a big fan of. I think that the pop itself looks good. Like, it looks like it's a solid pop. There's some great detail in there, especially in the hair and everything, and there's awesome texture. It definitely looks like a doll, but just personally, I don't know if I need a pop of the doll from that character. I would much prefer that it was just like a smaller doll that was given out with one of the other Coraline figures. I think that would have been nice. But I think that the doll looks okay, but that's definitely the one that I'm least looking forward to in this line. And then we have Mr. Bubinski in the back. This is the other version of Bubinski that obviously showcases his button eyes, which I think look very cool. I love his pose and the fact that he's, this is obviously when he's showing off his mice show, which I think is very cool. I think that the Bubinski pop looks really good, really solid. And he comes with one of the mouses, which I think is awesome. I always love it when a pop comes with a smaller item, and this is obviously one of those times, which is great. Then there's the other mother. The other mother I think looks really good. I love her button eyes, and I like her kind of stretched out, creepy hands, and she's kind of like stepping towards you. I think that looks wonderful, and the head sculpt I think is really great. I don't know why, but I think that the pop style really fits Coraline for some reason. I don't know if I guess they kind of have a bit of a squarish type of head design anyway, maybe, and that's why these seem to fit so well, but they look really good. And then the 2 Coraline figures is Coraline in her pajamas, and she's obviously holding cotton candy there, so that's supposed to like specifically be when she goes and sees Mr. Bubinski's show and, eats the cotton candy from the cotton candy cannons. So I think that looks like a really nice figure, and again, I like the stance. It's very cool. And then we have the Coraline on the left there. This is her kind of, I would call it the end battle Coraline, I guess. But I love the star sweater that she wanted, that's made for her. I think it looks super cool, and I like her pose. That's very Coraline-ish, the way that she's standing, which I think looks very cool, and the blue hair looks wonderful. And then, of course, she comes with the cat, which I think is great, too, so another figure that comes with a little minifigure with them. Now, this is a wonderful assortment. I really couldn't be any happier. However, there are, of course, still a lot of figures that I would like to see them do. This is more than I ever could have expected, so, like, I am perfectly happy with just this, but if they were to do any more, a YB one would be great, and a more extreme other mother, like when she kind of turns into the spider type of thing, that would be very cool as well. You could do a regular Mr. Bubinski and not another one. One of the other father, you could do a 2-pack with the regular father and mother. You could do the raincoat Coraline. I would love to see that. The 2 sisters downstairs would be very cool as well. Both the other and the regular versions of them too. There's a lot of characters that you could do from Coraline that I would certainly love. I do plan to get the entire set, absolutely, because again, I love Coraline and love Laika. So overall, I think these look fantastic. Can't wait to see the Kubo ones. So far, this is the only shot of the pops that we have yet. There's not any other angles of them, so I can't wait to get another angle so we can get a better look at the other mother as well as the pajama Coraline too. So yeah, overall, these look fantastic, and I'm very excited for what Neca is doing with the Laika series and Coraline. And yeah, so let me know what you guys think of the new Coraline / Laika figures that have been shown at Comic-Con, and thanks so much for watching.